Hello, my name is Susan Morris. I'm here to present my master thesis research project on the topic of collaboration as a candidate in Colorado Christian University's Masters of Organizational Leadership program. So collaboration, is it a luxury or is it really a necessity? Wise Work talks about an insatiable hunger for wholeness and cooperation. Choosing my topic began with a reflection upon my values, which shapes my vision and my mission for my master thesis. I value spiritual health as a foundation for true fulfillment. And within this foundation, I discovered that I gravitate towards harmony. I believe in connectedness and excellence in bringing honor to God. Reflecting on this discovery, I realized that some of my greatest struggles came when I was challenged to reconcile my faith and my work. Because God, by His design, we are wired to collaborate. In my research, I found a comparative analysis of worldviews. And actually, there's a values alignment in the idea of collaboration. Wise Word highlights the willingness to accept others' perceptions as being very important to be able to collaborate, while the Christian worldview brings attention that by God's design, we're just wired this way. We are created to collaborate. My problem statement identifies a disruption in the cycle of innovation when the link between the people and the technical systems is broken. My hypothesis is based upon developing a foundation of individuals being competent to collaborate and a collaborative culture to achieve the luxury of benefits available through the tools that we have that will promote collaboration in our organizations. My research methodology is multi-method. A data analysis was conducted, and a survey questionnaire was offered to an employee base at a community college. This was an opt-in anonymous survey, and both served to inform the EDIC. My own subjective observations as an employee of the college there served to inform my EMIC, and a narrative will serve as my reporting protocol. When analyzing my deductive and inductive findings, I was able to define dimensions of collaboration and develop a survey tool that measures to what extent the population possessed the dimensions of collaboration. And then I also developed two models. So this first model illustrates the individual collaborative dimensions. The research supports that individuals who develop the social skills, they're accountable and responsible, and they engage in positive interdependence, they can engage in promotive interaction. Promotive interaction is then nested as one of the 5 collaborative culture dimensions, the other 4 being inspired conversation and actionable knowledge, commitment, knowledge sharing, and a shared superordinate goal. So the data here in the research results shows an average of 4.11 overall for individual competency for this organization. The data responses are 80 participants. This is actually a 26% response rate, and it actually represents the sample of the organization as compared to the demographic elements. So the overall average of these 4 dimensions is 4.11, which is to a large extent. People see themselves as being competent to have the skill set to collaborate. As an organization, the data shows the slightly stronger competency areas for accountability and responsibility and promotive interaction, and then scores slightly below average in social skills and positive interdependence. The data shows an average of 3.91 in the dimensions of collaborative culture for the college. And this overall culture average is congruent with the overall average of the individual competency findings, which for me is an expected finding. I think having a capable team member situated in an organization that embraces collaborative culture provides growth opportunities. However, it would seem that a culture cannot really outgrow the abilities of its members. And to back this up, Collins portrays this thought through findings that indicate you get the right people on the bus, you get the right people in the right seat, you get the wrong people off the bus, and then we'll figure out how to take it someplace great. So he feels that recruiting, training, and retaining is a key feature of collaborative learning. And Aldridge brings about the thought that collaboration requires leadership, and the spirit leader is actually one of three critical constituents of his spirit of collaboration framework. So findings in support of my thesis statement is found in the metadata analysis for the benefits of collaboration in organizational performance, and then finding an engaged workforce and measured through this survey questionnaire. There were key findings that I found in the aggregation of the collaborative competency and culture data by demographic elements, and this provides, I think, new knowledge for the college, which will help identify areas of strength and opportunities for further analysis for the college and their dimensions of collaboration. So combined with the survey and analysis, I believe the purpose and objective of my research project are served, which measures the extent of the dimensions of individual collaborative competency and then collaborative culture dimensions and its application to this practice in practice setting of the community college. To conclude, the research field of collaboration is headed in the direction to validate ways which organizations can gain a competitive advantage through these types of processes that produce innovation. In my limited initial observations, it would seem that the cost of laying aside functioning independently or competitively, organizations with mechanisms that support interdependence will have better collaboration and can experience the competitive advantage of having their people aligned with the values that help members help themselves, their work group, and their company perform even better. So collaboration, luxury or necessity? Let us remember the sacred oneness was a passion proclaimed by Jesus, that they all may be as one, as that you sent me. John 17:21. In obedience, the Apostle Paul actually beseeches us and the church to walk in unity and to use the spiritual gifts to advance the kingdom, the superordinate goal to go into all the world and preach the gospel, which we find in Mark 16:15. And let us not forget in Ephesians 4:12 through 13, Paul provides the key to understanding collaboration, not only as a necessity to equip the saints for the work of the ministry, but also as a luxury for Christians to attain the whole measure of the fullness of Christ. So as the role of Christian leaders and followers, it is our obligation to inspire organizations and communities to identify common values and visions and goals, and to think and talk and walk with integrity in the spirit of truth of His Word. The importance of the study of collaboration presented, I believe, highlights that it's a necessity for achieving a values-aligned leadership approach, not simply a luxury that occurs in unique circumstances. Thank you. The following are some references that I have included in my presentation.